Warriors, rise! A bill that could shut down your crypto transactions. Welcome to the Roman Days, Warriors. My name is Coach JV. I am the top health, mindset, and crypto coach in the world. Remember, what you believe in your heart, you think in your mind will eventually become your words and become your reality. If you can see it in your mind, eventually you can hold it right here in your hands. What you repeatedly do gets ingrained in your subconscious mind. What gets ingrained in your subconscious mind becomes an unconscious activity. Now, remember what your mama always said: you are who you hang out with. If you hang out with 5 millionaires, you're going to become the 6 warriors. So community is so unbelievably important as we go into the future. So click the description down below to join our private Facebook group or our private Discord for free, or check out the Warrior Academy, where we have the best community. You can check it out for yourself. Let's dive right into this, Warriors. Now, we were waiting for the FMOC meeting. Same shit, different story. Welcome to the Roman Days, Warriors. Why am I saying that? Nothing new under the sun. They got us all in the Coliseum. We're addicted to sports. We're addicted to UFC. We're addicted to pornography. We're addicted to opiates. We're addicted to alcohol. And they got us worried about Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. They got us all locked in this weird matrix and paradigm as they're changing your whole monetary system, which is baked into or being masked by a pandemic. As you look this way, they're changing the whole monetary system this way. This is all by design. Since the 1900s, Warriors, the progressive area, when they changed your whole financial system, your education system, okay, your medical system, and then 1971, boom, they pulled the plug as you weren't paying attention and you didn't really care because you weren't taught proper economics and how the economy or the engine of the economy works. So you didn't even know what it meant when they detached us from the gold standard. When our parents were sitting there being detached from the gold standard, they had no idea what that meant. No idea what that meant. But what that meant, Warriors, is they were going to start printing money into oblivion. And the rich are going to get really rich and the poor are going to get really poor. And right now, as we sit in human history, as these FOMC meetings come in, they're all just by design. It's slowly giving the information to the people as they switch your monetary system. So we're going to watch a short part of this. Then we're going to show a bill that everybody's freaking out about, that they're going to shut down your cryptocurrency exchanges, Warriors. Nothing new under the sun. It's all FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. What you need to focus on is having a fundamental cryptocurrency portfolio. Stop following these pump and dumpers. Stop trying to get rich quick. Get your Warren Buffett hat on, long-term strategy, and you're going to be just fine. Get your shit together, Warriors. Check this out. Let's listen to what our buddy Jerome Powell has to say. Listen to watch the voice inflection. Remember, I'll teach you this stuff.
Who would be seeking work report that they are out of the labor force because of factors related to the pandemic, including caregiving needs and ongoing concerns about the virus. The current wave of the virus may well prolong these effects. Over time, there are good reasons to expect some further improvements in participation and employment.
So they're letting you know this is going to be prolonged.
Inflation remains well above our longer run goal of 2%. Supply and demand imbalances related to the pandemic and the reopening of the economy have continued to contribute to elevated levels of inflation. In particular, bottlenecks and supply constraints are limiting how quickly production can respond to higher demand in the near term.
Okay, so they're letting you know that inflation is here. It's no longer transitory. Things are going to get more expensive. And they're sharing with you, we have bottlenecks in supply, getting you set up for new blockchain supply chain management. We're going to move money at the speed of light. Whoever creates the problem, creates the reaction, comes up with the solution.
These problems have been larger and longer lasting than anticipated, exacerbated by waves of the virus. While the drivers of higher inflation have been predominantly connected to the dislocations caused by the pandemic, price increases have now spread to a broader range of goods and services. Wages have also risen briskly, and we are attentive to the risks that persistent real wage growth in excess of productivity could put upward pressure on inflation.
Okay, so let's break that down. What they're basically saying is, okay, now people don't want to work because they're giving you UBI, Universal Basic Income. That's not what they're giving you, but they're giving you $250 per child. So people don't want to work anymore. So Starbucks, companies, our company, people have to pay more money for you to work. When there's supply chain issues, it's more expensive to buy products and services. To run a company becomes way more expensive. And so not only are the consumers being hit with inflation, it's a cyclic thing, basically. They're letting you know that the middle class are getting wiped out.
Like most forecasters, we continue to expect inflation to decline over the course of the year. We understand that high inflation imposes significant hardship, especially on those least able to meet the higher costs of essentials like food, housing, and transportation. In addition, we believe that the best thing we can do to support continued labor market gains is to promote a long expansion, and that will require price stability. We're committed to our price stability goal. We will use our tools both to support the economy and a strong labor market and to prevent higher inflation from becoming entrenched.
So they're basically saying we're going to have a long recovery, Warriors, as they switch your monetary system.
And we'll be watching carefully to see whether the economy is evolving in line with expectations. The Fed's monetary policy actions have been guided by our mandate to promote maximum employment and stable prices for the American people. As I noted, the committee left the target range for the federal funds rate unchanged and reaffirmed our plan, announced in December, to end asset purchases in early March. In light of the remarkable progress we've seen in the labor market and inflation that is well above our 2% longer run goal, the economy no longer needs sustained high levels of monetary policy support. That is why we are phasing out our asset purchases and why we expect it will soon be appropriate to raise the target range for the federal funds rate.
Boom. There you go. Okay. So now we got till March. Okay. We have a couple things coming up. February, you're going to have the new executive order by Biden's team coming out around cryptocurrency. Okay. Basically, in March, they're going to cut off the life support in so many terms. They're going to stop the asset purchases. Then they're going to raise your interest rates, right? Think about this, words. 32,000 people have watched this off of CNBC, right? But if you look at a Watt video or you look at some guy smoking 4,000 milligrams of THC, it has 20 billion videos. Like think about it. Just look at what we're looking at, words. This shit's boring, but here's what's happening. They're switching your monetary system. Cryptocurrency, okay? New bill would hand Treasury blank check to ban crypto. This is freaking people out. It's all over TikTok. Of course, I'm going to do a TikTok on it. I'll talk about it. Warriors, there's going to be so much of this type of FUD coming out. Think about that. Think about this, Warriors. They resist it. They sue it. They regulate it, then they join it. Think about that for just a moment, okay? This is all about, so everybody gets freaked out. So it says, and not just crypto, provision in the American Competes Act would allow Treasury to secretly prohibit any kind of transaction it deems concerned without the public notice or input. Warriors, they monitor all your shit right now. They monitor all your money going in and out of your account. Think about that, Warriors. Nothing new under the sun. Okay, but if you go here and you look at page 1482, it's a broad paintbrush. It's not just cryptocurrency, and everybody's grabbing onto that, right? So if you go through, read these documents. I'm not going to read it all to you guys. I'm not that great at reading, so I'm just go through this document here. I read these documents. I hear the FUD, and then I go, okay, here's a document. It's about nefarious activities. What they're trying to do is they're trying to get us all in a central bank digital currency, which is not a good thing. It's going to pull you closer to central bank. The good thing about one thing like that is adoption. So if you're in fundamental cryptocurrencies like ISO 20022, cryptocurrencies that are changing the blockchain system, how money moves across the rails, all these things are going to be here for a long time, Warriors. Think about it. They sued Google, they sued Amazon, they sued all these companies, and the people who invest in these companies are some of the richest people in the world. So you're just going to have to make it through this FUD, Warriors. Don't trip by the dip. Because remember, the OCC clarifies bank authority to engage in certain cryptocurrency activities and authority of the OCC to charter national trust banks. We already know that the OCC in 2020 gave permission to federally chartered banks. We do have we have three, I think, that are federally chartered. One is Anchorage. I don't want to speak out of school. I think there's two other that are federally chartered cryptocurrency banks. Okay. Anchorage is a cryptocurrency bank. So your banks are able to custody crypto. Okay. Anchorage became the first. Okay. Why would they even approve banks to hold and custody cryptocurrency if cryptocurrency is going to zero or they're going to shut it down? Worse, it makes no sense. No sense. All the FUD that you're getting. It makes sense in the fact that they don't. Here's why they're doing this. Let me stop for just a moment. Let's pause right here on this right here. The reason why they're doing this, Warriors, it's a modern day bank run. If every single person that's watching the Watt videos, if every single person that's worried about Kim Kardashian and Kanye West figured this shit out, you would have a modern day bank run. If they figured out that the system would collapse, if everybody paid off their debt or stopped paying their debt, if we figured out the Ponzi scheme, the whole system would collapse. Every dollar you grab from someone else's debt. Every dollar in the system is debt. Think about that. It's a Ponzi scheme. They can't get out of this. The only way to get out of this is to switch us to a new monetary system. That's why I am long-term holder in these fundamental cryptocurrencies. That's why I teach my warriors how to build a foundation. That's why I show my exact portfolio in the academy. You can click the description down below to join. That's why I show my exact exit strategy. And people are like, well, you don't update it, but it doesn't change. I'm a Warren Buffett style investor. When it changes, I tell you. We teach you how to create passive income. We have a whole section on crypto passive income. We have a whole section on everything, warriors. It's 130 courses in there. We have 7 calls a week. We're informed. We're much bigger than just cryptocurrency warriors. We're about generational wealth building, okay? And there's all these letters, words. Just as January 13th, 2022, acting comp controller Mike J. Hasu remarks before the British American. I want you to go through these documents, warriors. So if you look this up, just go to OCC News. You can pull all these documents, okay? So this is cryptocurrency has rapidly gone mainstream. 5 years ago, the total market capitalization of all cryptocurrencies was 100 billion. Today, it's over 2 trillion. Now, this was on January 13th, 2022. Anyone with internet connection can invest in over 12,000. Holy shit, there's 12,000 different cryptos now. Purchase digital art and collectibles through non-fungible tokens. And buy property in the metaverse. Hundreds of organizations have emerged to provide wallet custody services to create new tokens and facilitate crypto trading. Credit and debit card issuers are offering Bitcoin rewards programs and facilitating crypto payments. Large corporations like Tesla, PayPal, Starbucks are starting to accept cryptocurrency payments. Several publicly traded companies now hold Bitcoin in their investment portfolio. Crypto has also gone mainstream with consumers. 16% of the US adults say that they have owned, traded, or used some form of cryptocurrency. Okay. Notably, the underbanked and the minorities have been especially interested in crypto. That statement right there is so critical to this video, okay? The underbanked and minorities have been especially interested in crypto. This is their opportunity to get all these underbanked people and the minorities who are not using banks, who are using cash transactions, cashing checks at a bank. They want cash out of the system because if you have to use the bank, guess what they get to do? They get to tax it, warriors. So this is a delicate balance you're playing, right? People are saying, well, you're giving into the warriors. You're not going to beat that system, but you can invest in the rails and bring the money back to people and change the system. That's all you can do. If you can beat the system, then go beat it. Then go beat it. If you can beat the system, then go beat it. Then why hasn't Elon Musk beat it? Then why haven't all these people beat it? Why haven't they changed the monetary system? So warriors, we created this system. We accepted this system. The only thing you can do is work to free your family, bring the money back to the people, and understand that you're already free, you're already wealthy, you're already healthy, you're already abundant. So stop letting people control your subconscious mind and start to understand that you have the power right now. You have the power to take control of your mind, your finances, your gut. But remember, you've been bred into the system since 1900s, warriors. Your grandparents, your parents have taught you the system. So I love you guys. I appreciate you. And check out my Coach JV podcast as well. We'll see you on the other side. Warriors.